First things first, host and NFL analyst Nick Wright is doubling down on the Chicago Bears, and he is putting his final stamp on what he believes the Bears will do this upcoming season, which is reach the Super Bowl. Yep, let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking some NFL, here to talk about the Chicago Bears, and here to talk about Nick Wright proclaiming on his show that he is picking the Chicago Bears to win the NFC and get to the Super Bowl. All right? Now, full disclosure, he is never going to pick the Bears to win the Super Bowl because he's going to pick the Chiefs because he's a Chiefs fan to three-peat now. So that part totally makes sense. I get it, right? He's a Chiefs fan, and of course the Chiefs are defending Super Bowl champions. So no gripes there, but in case you wanted to know, why did Nick go all the way and just say the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl? That's why, because he's a Chiefs fan, and he's picking the Chiefs to three-peat. Now, let's talk about him picking the Bears. Now, normally, folks, why would I talk about a TV host, making his predictions about this? And there's a couple reasons. The reasons are these guys get paid very handsomely to do what they do. So I would expect and hope that they're not trying to just go out there and be wrong on purpose, right? Because people have tape and they can pull this up and say, what were you thinking? And B, hey, if it's sound reasoning, if there's an explanation behind it, if it makes sense, then I want to talk about it. And so with Nick Wright, this is not a new thing in terms of his love affair with the Bears, and more than the Bears, really Caleb Williams. But the fact that he went ahead and said he is picking the Bears to get to the Super Bowl in Caleb Williams' rookie season, that's pretty insane. So he talked about the fact that every team in the NFC, he believes, has a flaw, right? When you talk about the Niners, and when you talk about the Cowboys, when you talk about the Eagles, and all these teams, right? We can look at each of the teams. I mean, I think the Niners might be losing Brandon Ayuk. They're having some holdout problems with Trent Williams. We know the Cowboys have their contract issues with Dak, CD. The Eagles flamed out of the second half of last season. Like, all of these issues he sees. And the one team that he believes has the highest ceiling is the Chicago Bears in the NFC. And that is mainly due to Caleb Williams. He believes that Caleb Williams is as good as advertised, and he's going to be phenomenal in his rookie season. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and agree with him, even though I'm a Bears fan and I would love for him to be right and I would love for this to happen. But objectively speaking, I just can't do it because, to me, rookies don't win in the NFL typically. Now, Caleb can prove me wrong. Absolutely, I would love that. I would never want to be more wrong than at this point of Caleb leading the Bears to the Super Bowl. But rookies typically don't win for a reason. It takes a little bit of time to get acclimated into the NFL game and then go ahead and start winning football. Now, he's set up for success. No doubt about that. Weapons galore everywhere, right? Running backs, tight ends, receivers. Offensive line, we'll talk about that, little injury issues there, but we'll see. But defense, very solid from last season as well. So all of the kind of traits that you would need from a team in terms of talent, the Bears have. Now it's just a matter of putting it together. So it would be sort of a Cinderella run. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. Look, even though those teams that I just mentioned that Nick said have flaws, they're still all better to me than the Bears. I would say the Eagles are better. I would say the 49ers certainly are better. I would say the Cowboys are probably better. All of those teams, you can make the argument that they are better. And it just makes it tough for me to go ahead and say the Bears are going to make it to the Super Bowl. Like, I would be happy if they made a wild card. I'll be honest, right? We have a tough division in itself with Detroit and Green Bay, right? Detroit is a potential Super Bowl contender and almost got there last season. So the division itself is tough, let alone the conference. So it'll take a little bit of time. But hey, it's fun when you get it right before it happens, not afterwards, right? If the Bears start winning games looking elite and then you pick them to win, or get to the Super Bowl, not getting as much credit as somebody who says it before it happens. So kudos to Nick for, sticking to his word and doubling down and saying that it's going to happen. I hope that's the case. My prediction is, a wild card spot. Probably give my final one right here before the season starts. But yeah, I can't see it happening. I'd love to be wrong here. But I think what's holding me back for the Bears is probably the offensive line. The fact that, again, Caleb is a rookie. It's going to take him a little bit of time. That's just natural. And just the fact that it's a tough division. Now, those are probably the three things that are kind of holding me back. But hey, if Caleb comes out, playing like he's shot out of a cannon and we're seeing, Andrew Luck vibes, look out. That's all I'm going to say, look out. So I hope Nick is right, and I hope this ends up happening. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Nick Wright's comments and about the Bears ceiling this upcoming season. It wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world because they have the talent to do it. It depends on just how good Caleb will be. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.